So stem cells, I don't think that there's a big training that goes beyond what has been traditionally known about stem cells, which is so what is really the big discovery in the early 2000s that really led to this explosion in stem cell research is to realize that given the proper condition, stem cells can actually become pretty much everything in the body. I will go one step further. They've always become everything in the body. It's simply that if we don't have a tool to be able to mark the stem cell and then observe the transformation, the stem cells that you look at under the microscope today, tomorrow can be a liver cell, and you will have no signs telling you that yesterday it was a liver cell. So using histology, the process is completely invisible. And that is why it had never been seen truly. So it started to be revealed when basically sex mismatch bone marrow transplants started to be done, and also when dyes like for example green fluorescent protein started to be developed. Green fluorescent protein was there in the 90s, but it got the Nobel Prize in 2008, and it's really around that time, early 2000, when it started to really be used a lot, and that's what revealed basically you inject GFP, green fluorescent protein, in a stem cell, you put that stem cells that's in the liver, and then you will see that you will have a whole population of liver cell. But if you shed a light, they start to glow green, telling you that all these liver cells were stem cells the day before. Otherwise, you cannot see the phenomenon.
Okay, so as doctors, we often hear about all these exciting advancements, but we always face barriers when it comes to actually applying it in our practices. Some of it could be regulatory, but what do you think as doctors we can start implementing, especially stem cell based approaches in the clinic itself?
At first, I would say nothing will be successful in the clinic if belief is not there. So I think it starts by really honestly realizing that science evolved, and if we were not told at school, in college, during a medical training, everything that we know today about stem cells, it doesn't mean that it's not true. So I would say start reading about it. That's why I wrote the book Cracking the Stem Cell Code. It's to explain what is the natural role of stem cells in the body and what is the impact of stimulating stem cell release. These are studies that are done with GCSF, granulocyte colony stimulating factor. This is what your body will release when you have an injury to trigger the release of your own stem cells. It's your normal repair injury signal. And so it has been used in many kinds of injury models: Parkinson, Alzheimer's, heart attack, bone fracture, atherosclerosis, arterial disease, emphysema, liver failure, kidney failure. I mean, every single disease has pretty much been studied with that protocol and shown to bring benefits. I can show you all these studies. A number of them are in that book to just show that when we increase the number of stem cells in circulation by releasing our own stem cells, the impact on health can be very, very significant. So I would say read on it and realize that it is a real thing. And from that point on, I would say it is not something to do only when there's a disease. It's part of our normal aging. So start, even for a doctor, start using it. Start to see what it does in your life. If you want to see what it does, it's very simple. If you have an old injury, you have a good chance that it might repair. It has not repaired because there was not enough stem cells to operate the repair. If you don't have anything, go do a very good workout. Go on a hike that you know the day after you will be very sore. And then take 2 capsules of Stem Regen, the product that I developed, and then you will release stem cells in 2 capsules before you go to bed. And you'll see the day after you're not sore. It will show you in your own body what stem cells can do. Then start to use it with patients and see what it does for the patients. It becomes an experience to have in the clinic because academia is not there to give that knowledge. So now everyone have to decide to see what it does for themselves in their clinic. I can tell you, if a doctor starts to use the product, they normally continue. They don't stop. I've been doing this for 20 years. We cannot reach easily mainstream medicine. We reach regenerative doctors. We reach the doctors who, and I'm going to use the work that they're telling me, because I ask them sometimes, what is your interest into stem cells? And the answer that they give me, which is probably the same reason why you're no longer in the clinic like you used to be. They're saying, I've been practicing medicine for 15, 20, 25, 30 years, and I have to reach the conclusion that there are many patients that I cannot help. And these patients that I cannot help, why can I not help them? And now I hear all this information about stem cells, and it just makes a whole lot of sense. So I want to see if I can help my patient with it. And when they start to use it, endogenous stem cell mobilization with their patients, and they see the results with their patients, they continue to use it because they see that it really helps their patients. I think that that's really how to do it.
Join Disruptive Doctors. Oh, Disruptive Doctors. Impact